Are you a big YouTube enthusiast? Or do you want to start your own channel but don't know how to get viral? Well, you might not get a college class on this topic, but don't worry, we've got you covered. In this video, we'll talk about how MrBeast got so famous, and his secret went viral. And not just that, we'll be explaining YouTube's success as well, so stay tuned and keep watching. First things first, how did MrBeast rise to fame? MrBeast is a name you've probably heard a lot if you're familiar with YouTube. He has over 17 billion views on his channel and is one of the most well-known and controversial figures in the YouTube community. But what makes MrBeast so well-known, and why are his videos so popular? MrBeast began his career as a YouTuber in 2012 at the age of 13. At the time of writing, MrBeast has amassed over 103 million subscribers on his original YouTube channel after almost 10 years in the content creation business. He has also received an estimated 17 billion views on his YouTube channel. Additionally, he has a few other channels that have gained a sizable following. There are several factors at play in MrBeast's recent rise to stardom, but the main pillars would be his videos' bold and creative content, as well as their equally compelling thumbnails. Also, you cannot ignore this man's kindness. If you look at it this way, his journey to popularity began with a video in which he gave a homeless man $10,000. Since this video went viral, MrBeast has been producing incredible stuff, apart from his helpful nature. When he recreated the popular Netflix show Squid Games in real life, it became one of his most popular videos. The prize for the game's victor was $456,000. In addition, he gave an island to his 100 millionth subscriber. Next up, is charity the way to fame? As we've already established, MrBeast's rise to fame is the result of many reasons, but his originally distinctive content and generosity are undoubtedly the best. In the last 12 months, MrBeast has surpassed over 17 billion views, which is more than twice the population of Earth. Yep, that's crazy. But is the charity making him famous, or his huge giveaways? Well, he answered these questions in a podcast, and what we deduced from all of that was that he knows his audience. He knows what they want to see and what would lure them in. From the catchiest thumbnails to the most intriguing YouTube titles, he's learned it all. First, he talks about how time-consuming it is to produce a quality video. He mentioned how it takes weeks at a time, sometimes even months, to produce a quality video different from what everyone else is creating. He also mentioned that it takes a lot of money, because obviously, if you compare someone who spent $1,000 on their video to someone who spent $10,000, there'll be a very obvious difference. Moving on, is the algorithm everything? According to MrBeast, it's really essential to watch and study the algorithm, and if you look into it, studying algorithms is somewhat synonymous with studying human psychology. Now, we're not saying that you've got to be a human psychology major to go viral, but what we really mean is knowing your audience and their preferences. What they enjoy watching is what will really get you ahead in the game. You just gotta replace the word algorithm with audience and you're good, because that's what algorithm basically is. It picks on the people's preferences. For example, the algorithm didn't like that video, no, and the audience didn't like that video. So, ultimately, whatever you're producing and whatever is making them click on your video is going to do wonders for your algorithm, because it's luring the audience in, and boom, you're viral. If you're making videos that are good enough and attracting people, you're good to go, because the more clicks on your video, the more it's gonna get promoted. Anyways, if you're blaming the algorithm for videos not going viral, you're just making terrible videos. Following up, what keeps the people engaged throughout the video? We've noticed that MrBeast has a lot of control over the thumbnail and title choices, but viewers watch his videos through to the end, which only prompts us to wonder what the retention secret is, and how does he manage to keep them for so long? The YouTube sensation claims that your thumbnail and title set the tone for the video, and the beginning is then the most important part. You should always convince the audience that the expectations that were established are being met at the beginning of the video. So having a catchy thumbnail is important, but having a catchy start is just as important, because if a viewer's expectations aren't met, they might leave after just a couple of seconds. So you might want to reassure your subscribers that they'll get what they want to reduce drop-off. For example, if a video says to be the best chocolate recipe, but when you watch it, they're talking about something completely different, you'll click away because it's a bunch of BS. However, However, if you tell the audience that you're going to teach them how to make the best chocolate cake instead of talking about something else, they'll be interested, because after all, they're getting exactly what they clicked on. Following up, you gotta remove every dull moment to go viral. Making sure there aren't any dull moments in the video is important. Now that we have everyone's attention and engagement, we can't risk even a boring part that might turn viewers away, because our ultimate goal is to get them to watch the entire video. Jimmy claims that the best way to do this is to gather 10 of your closest friends and ask them to give you their best criticism or to roast your video. The next thing you can do to keep viewers interested is to use multiple cameras and improve your pacing, so you are not monotonous to watch and it does not have a news channel vibe. Up next, what's the worst thing you can do as a content creator? Jimmy mentioned in the podcast that a lot of people who create content think that their videos are way better than they actually are. You should never be overconfident and think others are inferior to you. That kind of attitude is what will bring you down in the end. And other than that, it has a lot to do with your friends group as well, because if they're making similar content and have the same mindset, you can't really grow. Moving on to some other news. First up, MrBeast turned a $1 billion deal for his YouTube channel and companies. On September 27th, co-host Andrew Schultz expressed his shock that Donaldson hadn't received the craziest check in history for his writing during an appearance on the Flagrant podcast. Donaldson said he's been given one that is pretty crazy. Unofficial term sheets aside, some people could afford $1 billion if they could control the channel, the businesses, and other things. The 24-year-old claimed that although he was unable to provide any additional information regarding the source or origin of the offer, it was a genuine one. The co-hosts of Flagrant questioned Donaldson about whether he had a price in mind for his channel and related businesses if he ever decided to sell them. MrBeast mentioned if he were to ever sell, it would probably be around $20 billion or $10 billion. Next up, Russell Brand censored by YouTube. For making a relatively small error on the platform, Russell Brand claims he was censored by YouTube. The 47-year-old asserted in a clip published this week that we have been officially censored by YouTube. He said that YouTube removed one of their videos because it contained false information. But why are major media outlets not similarly censored? Is it because YouTube is now part of the established media? He claims that the reason YouTube initially removed his video was that it contained information that we mistook for coming from official government websites. The brand claims that he updated an apology video for the alleged error, which he has since removed to comply with YouTube's decision and reduce the possibility of unintentionally repeating it. 5 days a week, Brand will now host an hour-long live stream from Rumble. Last but not least, Nicki Minaj called out YouTube for age restrictions. After YouTube issued an age restriction on her latest music video, Nicki Minaj lashed out at it. On September 26th, in a post that has now been deleted, the Super Brass star shared a screenshot of a letter from the platform informing her that her video may not be suitable for viewers under the age of 18, per its community guidelines, and had subsequently been age restricted. Imagine this, they restricted my effing video, but have things a million effing times worse on their bogus effing platform, Minaj wrote in the caption. The rapper claims that by running advertisements for other people and publishing fake effing stats, they do this to prevent you from winning. Considering that the same individuals who run YouTube have business ties to a specific record label and management outfit, the video shows Skeng and Minaj surrounded by dancers who are twerking while they sing. Although an age restriction does not prevent a video from making money from advertisements, the YouTube community guidelines state that users who are logged out, are under 18 years of age, or have restricted mode enabled won't be able to view the video. That's a wrap for this video. What do you think is important to get viral? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.